No Montreal Canadiens jersey. I get 2 new jerseys every fortnight from Ben H Sports. Just to add to the collection. Whenever I talk about a team, I usually wear their jerseys, but there's no Montreal jersey, just so in case you're wondering. So yeah, as the title suggests, there's been a trade for Jake Allen off to Montreal. Very surprising trade. So let's run through how this changes Montreal. So the trade is for a 3rd round pick, which they got for the Kovalchuk deal to Washington, and 2 7th round picks. So one in 2020 and one in 2022. One of them was the Blackhawks pick. If you look at all the draft picks that they have, Montreal, it's a plethora of picks for the next 3 years. Just for an example, they have 12 draft picks just this upcoming draft. So, so they're not exactly poor on draft picks, so it makes sense. When I first saw this trade, I thought, oh boy, like this is not a good deal at all. And then because I obviously woke up with it in Australia. And then, it had my coffee and I mulled over it and I looked up a few things, and then turns out, no, it is a good deal. The main reason being is Jake Allen, he's $4.2 million cap hit, which it makes them the most expensive goaltending unit when it comes to cap hit as it stands right now, with obviously Carey Price making 10 mil in cap space. 15 mil in cash this year, so oh boy, that's a lot of money. But they do have cap room. This isn't going to affect any real signings coming up. And what it does shore up is that this season that's upcoming is going to be very condensed. So having a player that, ranked 4th overall in save percentage and played 26 games and was pretty handy will take the load off Carey Price, and that's protecting their investment. So this is more what this is. This is a third round draft pick and a couple of 7th rounds to protect Carey Price, so the later end of his deal is still works out for the team and they don't burn him out. So when you look at it from that point of view, and the fact that they might win games here just by this move, like you look at trades and you're like, well, how many wins will this EQ out? Having Jake Allen as your backup, who is a certified backup, I think we understand that right now. He's very overpaid, yes, but in a condensed schedule, there's a little bit more value there, so it just makes a bit more sense. So this might end up being 5 or 10 more wins in a season than they were originally going to get, which can be the difference between playing playoffs and not. As we saw that even though regular season they struggled, in the playoffs in a few matchups, they were annoying to verse. They were a gritty team that tried very hard, that never gave up. Plus, Kotkaniemi and Suzuki are going to get a little bit more time under them, so they're going to get better. So this does make sense. I mean, this is not a bad deal. I don't think they wanted to pay anything long-term through free agency. They don't need to pay Jake Allen past the next season, where obviously you wouldn't pay a backup usually $4 million, but in a condensed schedule to protect Carey Price, and even if he gets hurt or something like that, it means that you've got a few flexible bits of leeway to you got a few options. I think that's the good way of saying it. So yeah, so this, for a 3rd round pick might give them a few options. The other thing is, if they're not going to make the playoffs, I think this is the beautiful part of this. They can trade Jake Allen away, and if a team has an injury, which they may do in this condensed schedule, they're probably going to get more than a 3rd and 2 7ths back, because obviously they won't have to pay Jake Allen $4 million. They can retain some of that salary. They might be able to get a 1st or a 2nd back for him. So this just seems to be a great deal for a team that isn't looking to make a deep run. Like, it doesn't really affect them. It's a very savvy, astute move, which I'm surprised with. I'm also surprised I got to that conclusion, but I think a lot of people are pretty happy with it. For St. Louis, it's okay. I mean, it means they can sign Pietrangelo, but what's their goalie situation? That's another video. That's another video. I get it, but yeah, good. Well done, Montreal. Well done, Montreal. I really like this deal. I really do. It just gives you a few more options. You're not tied in past the next season. You've got plenty of cap room to sign the likes of Domi and a few others, because I don't think the people that are up are going to exactly be big ticket items. This is a great use of cap space, and again, you might be able to. You can either make the playoffs, in which case, that's great, or you can which I think every fan would agree that if your team's on the out, trading away a third round pick is worth getting to the playoffs. Definitely not a first and a second, but yeah, I would say a third, especially if you've got plenty of draft picks. But you also might be able to flip that asset to get more down the road. So really, really like the trade. Yeah, great work. Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, hit subscribe. If you made it all this way and haven't subscribed, we're up to 179 now, which is just crazy. We're growing pretty quick, so that's really good. Otherwise, yeah, look out for the St. Louis Blues video. I'll see how that all goes. Plus, I do an NHL 20 video of, I call it Will It Trade. So I'll see if the captain trade and this trade, I usually do two at once, will actually trade in NHL. So that's always a fun little thing to try. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.